Biomutant, the long-awaited post-apocalyptic RPG, has released a new trailer detailing its combat to keep fan anticipation high for the release, which is fast approaching. In the trailer, every manner of weapon and combat style seems to be present, from melee weapons to projectiles to electrocution. There seems to be no lack of fatal tools and no shortages of ways to die in Biomutant. The weapons aren't the only thing that are varied either. The wildlife, locations, and enemy types are numerous as well. And all this will be available when Biomutant releases May 25th. Nintendo is seemingly planning to use Nvidia's graphics cards in their upcoming new Switch console. The current Switch already uses Nvidia's X1 SoC, but might transition to their Xavier SoC or their Jetson TX2. Both would be an upgrade from the current system components. However, both chips fall substantially behind the alternative hardware options of competing consoles such as the Xbox Series S and PlayStation 5. Despite the hardware disadvantage, the next generation of the Nintendo Switch might still pursue 4K when docked by utilizing Nvidia's DLSS software to upscale the gameplay to a higher resolution. The unannounced future Nintendo console is expected to cost around $50 to $100 more than the current Switch model. Microsoft keeps expanding its reaches into the gaming community, snatching up all sorts of developers within the past couple of years. Recently, it has allegedly set its sights on Discord, the chat service used extensively for gaming groups and communication. The rumor of Microsoft's interest in the chat app stated that negotiations had reached $10 billion, but that Discord is still fishing for offers which might be better. Discord is used by all manner of gamers across nearly every platform, so a partnership with a specific platform might cause future problems for those who don't game on that platform. A Ghost of Tsushima movie has been announced, which, of course, is based on the critically acclaimed 2020 game from Sucker Punch Productions. The movie will be led by John Wick director Chad Stahelski, and will even have Sucker Punch on hand to keep a watchful eye on the progress. This isn't the first or even second PlayStation title making the transition from gaming to cinema recently. The Last of Us has gotten an HBO series in the works, and the Uncharted movie starring Tom Holland has finally gotten the wheel spinning as well. One can only hope the movie adaptations live up to the legendary status of the games from which they originate. Call of Duty 2021 is reportedly going back to World War II. However, sources are a bit unsure whether the title will be in an alternate reality or a more realistic setting. The title, under the name Vanguard, will be released as all Call of Duties have in the past late this year. It will be a return to World War II after only a brief break from the historic war setting, the last World War II Call of Duty being released in 2017, and the one before that in 2008. Sledgehammer is the dev team in charge of Call of Duty this year and was the team who developed the most recent World War II based game in the series, so hopefully the continuity will help the game become a success. Narrative director for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Darby McDevitt, has left Ubisoft. McDevitt had worked with the studio for over a decade and, in a tweet, announced his leaving the studio, and he thanked all those who he had both worked with and the fans who supported his work over the years. He made no mention about where he was going, only that he was starting a new adventure. McDevitt worked closely with Assassin's Creed Unity and Origins, and was also creative director for both Black Flag and Assassin's Creed Revelations. The Final Fantasy VII Remake had more information released during PlayStation Japan's Play event, but this time specifically about its Intergrade update, which comes a couple months after the game's release of April 10th. Director Yoshinori Kitase updated fans on what they could expect from the post-launch update, revealing that Intergrade would not only port Final Fantasy VII to the PS5, but that it would also include better lighting, effects, and visuals due to the more powerful hardware in the newer console. The dev team even went as far to bring in lighting experts to ensure the enhanced effects were implemented correctly. In addition, the Intergrade update will also include a photo mode that allows players to remove health bars and menu items on screen for the perfect cinematic shot. Intergrade releases June 10th, exactly 2 months after the Final Fantasy VII Remake.